There is one person who Emily forgot to thank. This night, this weekend, this unprecedented two-day event would not be happening without her. In the past 2 months, she and I have had many late nights thoroughly planning the details of this weekend. But she has been the heart and soul behind the execution of it. 20 sponsors, more than 10 local media spots, 2 billboards, the support of the St. Louis Cardinals, an event logo and website, and countless new relationships formed with people locally and nationally who believe in our cause. We have raised awareness. Emily was Karla's best childhood friend growing up in our neighborhood in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And she became my wife a few years after we reconnected at Karla's funeral. She is our first official KSF part-time employee as of January 2010, and it is her passion that moves us forward. So I will address the question that is on all of your minds. Glen Close, New York City, Karla Smith, Belleville, Illinois. How in the world did that happen? Well, I still remember the email. It came in on a Friday in October last year from Nancy Evans of Bring Change to Mind. The subject was conference call, Karla Smith Foundation. 8 attendees, the 4 Smiths, 2 gentlemen we did not know, Garen Staglin and Ken Dudek, Nancy Evans, who we knew through some previous emails and phone calls, and Glen Close. I remember printing it, walking upstairs, and saying to Emily, "Honey, let's make sure we make this call." Well, we did, and thus began our partnership and journey between 2 organizations with one authentic common goal. My role tonight is to explain the Karla part of the Karla-Glen connection. I'm going to do that by first reading part of a letter I received from my sister in 1997. It's hard for me to talk out loud. There's a rock that lives in my throat. My mind races with illogical half-sentences, and I cannot keep up with it. I'm afraid of everything, have panic freakouts about things I used to do with ease, and I am afraid of even people that I'm closest to. I often don't answer the phone or call anyone back. I'm not afraid of one specific thing, but instead a big general fear. That's how it's been inside. The same young woman who had been the lead in the high school play, had a 4.0 GPA for 6 semesters at Oklahoma State University, enjoyed any philosophical debate over a cup of coffee, and clearly was the twin with the better looks. Bipolar disorder had taken away all of her words. Mental illness became real to me then, and I did not know how to help. When my parents and I started KSF in 2005, 2 years after Karla's death by suicide, it was that feeling of helplessness we experienced during Karla's 7-year up-and-down battle with mental illness that resulted in our mission. We simply wanted to help other people who experienced the same challenges we did. I knew then that even though I had a full-time job with Accenture, and I still do, my work was KSF. Our message tonight is one of hope. The slogan for KSF is Hope for a Balanced Life, and that represents everything which is possible for treating mental illness. In most cases, people with mental illness can live fully functional lives when properly treated. We experienced this firsthand with Karla when she had 3 years of stability and peace. Compare the excerpt from the following letter, written during a period of stability, to the one I read earlier. Hey, favorite brother. Here's some poems I've done lately. They are all tailored to class assignments. Can you find the sonnet? I submitted them to an undergrad literary magazine, and I'm an editor of that, so at least I get one vote. Mom and Dad's visit was great. Mom said I seemed all grown up. Age 24, well, better late. I'm so grown up, I even have cable now. I talked to Uncle Tom in Seattle last night and promised if it's the Cardinals and the Mariners in the World Series, that's baseball, I'll watch the game. Life's good, physics sucks, and I met an interesting fellow at a bar this week. Karla was always meeting interesting fellows. What city are you in these days? I can't keep track of you. Let's just go to Dublin. Call me, I miss you, love, Karla. There is hope for balance with mental illness. We envision a day when our world can talk as freely about mental illness as it does about cancer or diabetes. We envision a day when more corporations and individuals will follow the example set by all of you here tonight and erase the stigma of supporting mental health causes. We envision a day when new leaders like Glenn and Jesse Close will have the courage to stand and make a difference about mental illness. We envision a day when mental health programs are not among the first programs to be cut by government funding. And we envision a day when KSF has a staff of more than one part-time employee, and we will be able to spread our mission and our support groups beyond the Metro East area. These are the same visions we had 5 years ago when we started KSF, and they are the visions which make changing minds and changing lives worth all the effort. And as we do, we are mindful that we are guided by a watchful eye. I now invite my mom, Fran, to explain more about the programs KSF provides.